Hi, everyone. Welcome into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville-Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm always excited when we're on location and that we are celebrating and featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. Guess where we are today? First thing in the morning, you'll get to see the show later today. We're at the Tampa Brewing Company. Are we excited about that? Our first guest, I am excited to interview because the last time I think you were on the show, I was missing in action.
Hey, you were hiding from me.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
We have Bo Galvin, and Bo is going to be talking about the Oldsmar East Lake Rotary Club, and I understand you're president of the club.
I am.
I'm sure you have a lot to say.
I do.
How long have you been involved?
So I've been involved directly with Rotary for over 2 years now, and just took over as presidency July 1st of this year, and will serve a whole year term and hope to really make an impact over this year and our community here in the Oldsmar East Lake area and throughout the world, as we'll share with Rotary does. So.
You were sharing a little bit about this before the show, and I was saying how much I learned about the people in the community that are making such a difference. Let's talk about the Rotary for anyone that maybe hasn't never heard of it or has never been involved. Let's share the purpose and how and why you became involved with it.
Sure. So, there's so many different great service organizations throughout, our community and throughout our world. But the reason I got involved with Rotary specific is Rotary's focus is a broad-reaching, over 200 countries. There's Rotary clubs, over 33,000 clubs throughout the world. And Rotary's big purpose is just connecting the world right now. That's the big motto for this year, is that we're all connecting the world, making small little impacts in our personal communities. And that was what really drew me into Rotary, was volunteering time and talents to help give back and to help make a difference and have influence in what we're doing right here in the Tampa Bay area, and more specifically in the Oldsmar area and East Lake area.
That's exciting. Can you give us some examples, what you're doing right here in your little niche area?
Sure. So specifically, since we've got a couple of events coming up over the next couple months, specifically to our Rotary Club, this Friday, Friday, September 20th, the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce is hosting their annual golf tournament. And this year we've been selected as the beneficiary of some funds raised to help support our club and help us continue to make an impact here right in the Tampa Bay area. So that's one event we've got going on. Another event we've got going on is throughout the world on October 24th. Throughout the world is World Polio Day, identified by Rotary Club, or by Rotary International, I'm sorry. And throughout the world, different organizations and clubs will be hosting fundraiser or events just to get the word out about polio and what it is, and that it hasn't been eradicated yet, but we're so close to eradicating polio through Rotary. So it's just to get the word out. Go ahead.
That is amazing. That's what I was saying just before the show. I thought, polio, really?
Right.
It still exists.
It does.
And you were saying in what countries?
Yeah, so there's less than 100 cases left throughout the world, in Afghanistan and Iraq specifically. And a lot of the cases have come to light because previously folks weren't able to get into those areas and identify cases happening. And so with funds and awareness, we've been able to help eradicate polio, because just our district governor here for District 6950, which is Pinellas, Pasco, and a couple other counties in this area, actually suffered from polio as a young child growing up in the 50s. So it's something that's very hits home to him and his family, and obviously in turn our area too. And that's a big push for Rotary, is the eradication of polio.
Well, and that's one reason why we love doing these shows, is to raise the awareness for those of you viewers that are watching My Chamber TV, that airs every Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, is to bring this awareness out. We've been doing these shows for over 5 years, and I have learned more about my own community and the surrounding Tampa Bay area. That's why I say we are the heartbeat of the community, to bring the pulse of the neighborhood to you all, to see what's happening in your community. And when people are retired out there, or they want to get more involved in some charities, these are the ways for you to see what's happening. How do you get involved with the Rotary?
Sure. So if you'd like to get involved with the Rotary, we meet, our club, Oldsmar East Lake Rotary Club, meets every Thursday at Flamestone Grill right here on Tampa Road, high noon every Thursday. We'd love to have you come visit, come check us out. There's always some awesome volunteer opportunities we've got going on, whether it's different groups that we have partnerships with, Students of the Month, comeback kids at local elementary schools right here in Oldsmar, with Oldsmar Elementary, Lake St. George, and Forest Lakes Elementary. Just last weekend, we packed over 100,000 meals to be sent over to the Bahamas in reference to Hurricane Dorian. And then also always collecting supplies and stuff to send over there to help as the impacts with the hurricane coming through. Our big push right now is literacy. Literacy is obviously a very important piece of the puzzle. And if we can catch literacy at an early age where folks, studies have been shown that the big thing is people just don't have access to books. So we're doing some book drives and some fundraisers to collect books just to get them in folks' hands that might not necessarily have access to those books. And that's a big push we're doing with our specific Rotary Club here in Oldsmar Eastlake, but also Rotary throughout the world.
That is, I'll tell you, that is really incredible. Unless you tune into the show or you're involved in the community or a member of the Chamber of Commerce, you may not be aware of some of the great works that are being done. I mean, over how many meals to Bahamas you just shipped? That's amazing.
It was a big thing. We had Rotary clubs from throughout the area come together, and in the span of a couple hours, packed over 100,000 meals. That is 100,000 meals. So that's a lot of mouths to feed, and that's just a small impact that we're able to make here.
Yes.
But it's all about, the motto of Rotary is service above self. So
I love that, service above self. Yes, ma'am. And when you give, it's like it's given back to you just for the way you feel by doing that. And human beings are really wonderful when we are able to give back this way. And then talking about the literacy, raising the awareness, and doing this book drive that you did. When we're not involved in something like that as a challenge in other people's lives, we tend to be removed from it.
Right.
We're not aware of it. So the whole Rotary picture it's global, it's worldwide. It's amazing.
It is.
And this polio drive, I mean, you were going to be talking about, that's coming up in October, right?
Correct.
The World Polio Drive?
Yes, ma'am. So we've actually partnered with the Eastlake Sunrise Rotary Club. And we're going to be doing an event at Zaxby's, which happens to be the restaurant that I work.
Happens to
be.
Be.
Exactly. But no, we've identified it as a spot to host the drive. And Eastlake Sunrise is going to bring some cars out because we're going to do a mini car show out there.
Oh, nice.
Yes, ma'am. So they're big into cars and have a lot of old time cars. I think we're going to have about 15 to 20 cars. We're hoping. And then really just bring awareness of polio. Hope you'll come by. We're going to donate a percentage of our sales directly back to World Polio and to Rotary Foundation to help, again, get the word out. Come by, see us. We're going to have a good time just in food and fellowship. But the most important thing is just getting folks together to do good and getting folks to know that polio does still exist and that Rotary is here, and that if there's folks that are looking for opportunities to serve, we're here and we'd love to have them come. So
I think that's really great.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Bo, you have been involved with the Chamber. You are Upper Tampa Bay Chamber Board member. And you are also involved with, you were saying that you were with the not-for-profit.
Correct.
With the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about that.
Sure. So I've been blessed to serve on the Chamber Board for a little bit of time now, and thoroughly enjoy my time doing that, and get to have a broader reach as far as meeting folks and getting to know people here in our community. But as part of that, Jerry and Mark over at the Upper Tampa Chamber and Wendy Roper has put together the Upper Tampa Bay nonprofit collective or board or whatever you'd like to call it, and it's a group of different individuals like myself that serve in some kind of nonprofit role within organizations, and we are able to meet and just talk about the different nonprofit organizations in our area and how we can collectively help each other, because ultimately at the end of the day, as long as we're doing good for each other, we're all going to be successful. Everybody's
a winner.
Right. It's not your group versus mine. It's not versus together. It's all working collectively together and creating that awareness that there's opportunities to serve in any way, shape, or form, as much or as little as you'd like. Whether it's time, talent, or money, there's always opportunities and there's always a need. And like you said earlier, the biggest thing is giving back, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
There's nothing else that really matters.
Right.
And when you're giving from your heart and you're getting involved like that, and besides, you have fun. I notice that the community is like one big happy family with the Chamber.
Yes.
And that's what I love to see. So when you talk about all the different events that you get involved with the Rotary and what have you, it just brings it. It's just a beautiful picture all the way around.
It is.
Everybody gets along. They do for the community. They do for one another. Now, how long have you been a member? with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber?
I've been a member with Upper Tampa Chamber for over 3 years now.
Okay.
Since we relocated to Florida, my wife and I, back in 2016 is when we joined the chamber, and it's been awesome. It feels like it was just last week I was meeting Jerry and Mark, because time flies when you're having fun, and it really is a great group of folks, very tight knit group, and everybody has a wonderful time serving each other.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you joined with your business.
That is correct.
So how has that helped your business?
Sure. So the great thing that has helped me with joining the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber is creating brand awareness. Zaxby's is not a household name yet in Tampa, but we're getting there. And through great partnerships with Upper Tampa Chamber and just the people that I've gotten to come in contact with, I invite folks in every other Friday during Relationship Builders and say, hey, just come on in. I'd love to buy your first meal. Let me put real food in front of you. Because it's a lot easier to say, hey, come in, and we want to create genuine relationships with people. And then really we just lead with the food, and the food is what's going to hit home with everything else. So,
awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is chicken.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Specialty chicken.
hand-breaded chicken.
Real food.
That's it. Fresh ingredients. We're cutting salads every morning. We've got fresh everything there. So.
And where's your restaurant?
So our restaurant's located just across the Hillsborough County line in front of Super Target on Hillsborough Avenue. Between Pistol Range and Montague.
Okay, and you also have the food truck as well.
We do. We have a food truck that we're blessed to have come down every now and again from Zaxby's corporate for special events and stuff. And just last year when they came down, we were able to feed United Healthcare, and we were also able to feed the whole city of Oldsmar, which was an awesome event to be able to give back and do that.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
You're getting me hungry.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope everybody comes over there on a Friday or weekend during the week. It doesn't matter. I
Sure.
want to thank you very much, my friend,
Awesome.
Mr. Bo Galvin.
Yes, ma'am. Very good
Hope
to see
you again.
I'll look forward to it.
Stick around. We have more coming up on My Chamber TV. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville-Kelly, and today we are featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We're here at the Tampa Brewing Company, and it's very exciting to be on location. My next guest happens to be from Kids Furniture Warehouse. Tarah, Dalbey, welcome.
Thank you.
Love your T-shirt.
Thanks.
It's a great expression for your business. What is the Kids Furniture Warehouse? I can already see fun and bunk beds and all kinds of different unique items.
Yes, ma'am. We do have all kinds of fun stuff. We've got bunk beds, loft beds. We've got beds that look like cabins. We've got beds that are decorated with lights and flower pots and castle beds. So we even have beds with slides, things like that. So all kinds of different stuff that we didn't have when we were kids, and the kids love to come in the store and play.
I'm so excited. I have a 6-year-old grandson, and you think like a kid, and it's like you're bringing this fantasy or mystery world into their room, right?
Yes.
So you can't really send them there for punishment anymore, right?
No. No.
So what's the
kids
difference?
love to go to their
Yeah, I
rooms.
would get, yes. What's the difference between the loft bed versus the bunk beds?
So there are some different options. The bunk beds tend to be the beds that are parallel to each other.
Yes.
Where the loft beds have the beds that come perpendicular.
Okay.
Or a loft bed also can be a bed where you just have the one bed that's up high with nothing underneath it, or you can have a desk underneath it, something like that.
So you can pretty much customize, right?
There's a lot of them that you can do. You can have a ladder, you can have a staircase that has drawers in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of storage options and things like that.
So what is your most popular?
Our most popular is our twin over full bunk bed. It's got stairs, you can do drawers underneath, or you can do a trundle underneath, which is another bed as well. So you can technically fit 4 kids in that bed.
I was just going to say, that is really saving space if you have a large family with several kids.
Yes.
I mean, that could really save a lot of space.
Absolutely.
Going up. instead of
Right.
all around,
It
right?
saves space on the floor, yes. So there's still
Yeah.
room for them to have room to move around and play. Also, it saves room for people who, if you have out of town guests, the full size on the bottom leaves space for adults to be able to come and visit and use.
I think sleepovers would be really awesome. Yeah, when we were growing up, I mean, I slept in the same bed with my sister in this teeny tiny little bedroom, but it was okay. We ended up being very close, and after many years. But tell me about what made you get into this business. This is your family-owned business, right?
It is. My husband and I run the business
Okay.
together.
And he ran chicken today and sent you in, right? I'm just
Yes,
teasing.
absolutely. He actually says that everyone would rather look at my face than his.
Oh,
So he
what
sends
a
me to
nice
do things like
compliment.
this.
So what made you do this business?
Actually, I married into it. He had the business prior to us getting married.
Okay.
And so when we got married, he thought that it would be a great thing for me to join him in the business. And so that's what I ended up doing. And
Oh, that's great.
So here we are, and now we run the store together. And at first it wasn't easy. It was it was an interesting adjustment working together, but now it's great, and we love being together every day.
Oh, that's a testament to a family-owned business, because it doesn't always work out that way. So you found your niche with it. So you have a showroom on Racetrack, right?
Yes.
And you have a website.
Yes.
What's the
The
website?
website is www.kidsfurniturewarehouse.com, and our address is 12280 Racetrack Road.
What is your turnaround? And thank you for that. What is your turnaround for if I come into your showroom and I like this and this, and it needs to be put together? Give us your turnaround time.
Okay, so usually it depends on which manufacturer you choose. We do have a company we pick up from ourselves every Friday. So there is some stuff that you can come in and you can look at it on Tuesday, and we can have it by Friday afternoon at the store.
Oh, that's good.
But most stuff is about 2 to 3 weeks
Mhm.
turnaround time.
Mhm.
We do offer delivery and setup, so we can do drop off to the house. If it's local delivery area, it's $59.99 for a drop off of the boxes. The guys will bring them in the house. They're not going to leave them in the foyer. They're going to take them to the bedroom. They're going to put them upstairs, wherever it is you'd like them. Or we can do delivery and assembly for $119.99, and they'll put everything together and take the boxes with them when they leave. And it's 2 guys that work for us. So they've worked for us for probably about 1.5 years now. And so they're our employees and people that we
They can feel
trust.
comfortable
Yes.
with coming into your home.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like a pretty easy transition once they make the purchase. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part actually is watching the kids come in and play, because they'll come in and they run around the store and they have a good time. And some of them will pretend like under the tents it's like a kitchen, and they bring me ice cream or food. They pretend they're making things, and just seeing them laugh and have fun. A lot of them don't want to leave when it's time to
I
go. So
bet.
sometimes there are kids that are carried out kicking and screaming, but
Yeah, I can imagine it's probably like a free-for-all. Do you have a lot of different setups live in there that they can walk in? Do you have more on your website, or how does that work?
we have probably about 25 to 30 beds at any time set up on
Oh.
the showroom floor, but we have probably about 3,000 items online. So we have a lot more options online than we have room for on the
Oh
floor.
my God, that's a lot of options.
It is, but we also are one of those stores where we like them to try them out in the store. So we're not one of those stores that says, don't climb on them. We like
Okay.
the kids to come in, try them out. We
Okay,
let them go
good.
up the staircases. We let them lay on the beds and check them out, because we want you to feel comfortable
Sure.
once they get in your home that you're going
Yeah.
to be able to lay on it with them.
And you
check 'em out.
can't fool kids when they walk into a showroom and they're going to choose whatever is calling to them, right?
Yes.
And depending on what kind of designs you have, it sounds really exciting to be able to be a little bit different today than when I was raising my kids, and it was just you take this choice or this choice, and that was it. But now you have so much to choose from, so I think that's really, really great. So where exactly is the showroom if we wanted to come in and see what you have?
That's at the address at the 12280 Racetrack
Okay,
Road.
very good.
So it's just up the road from here.
Not far from here.
Mhm.
That's great. How long have you been a member with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber?
About 3 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how's it work for you?
We
Engaging and intermingling?
We love it. We go to the relationship builders. We try to get to a lot of the mixers and things like that. The people become like family. Once you get involved and you get to know the people, you know, they'll send you referrals. We've done business with their families. It really has been a great place for us to be.
You know, that is something that I hear all the time with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber and this whole entire area. People become not just business colleagues, but it's like one big happy family.
Yeah.
And I love to hear that, because that way when you can build a friendship and you feel comfortable with that person, obviously, you know, the referrals that just organically comes, right?
Yeah, because when you trust the people that you're around and you feel comfortable with them, you're not going to have any issues sending, you know, people to them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's interesting that you came into the business. How long did your husband have it prior to? In other words, how old is the business?
This business, well, we've been there 4 years
Excuse
at
me.
the location that we're at, and he had it for probably 4 years before that. So it's about 8 years old.
Ah, very nice. When is your busiest time?
Our busiest time is usually right after people are getting their tax money back.
Oh, okay.
Usually
That makes
January,
sense.
February, March is pretty busy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So give us a little idea on, you pick some of your favorites or what you see the kids gravitate towards. What type of setups? Little girls, little boys?
Okay, so even the boys love the dollhouse.
Do they?
The dollhouse bed is one of the favorites, and it is pink and purple and green. So the moms, of course, don't love it for the boys, but if they came in some different colors, that would be awesome.
So what does it look like? A dollhouse?
It is a loft bed,
Yeah.
but it does look like a house, and it has a steeple on it, and it has a window cut out in the front. And so you climb up the stairs and you go in and you can peer out the window.
Oh,
and
that's
it's got shutters
adorable.
on it.
Does it really?
Yes.
Oh,
so
my
it's
goodness.
very, very cute. It would probably last till someone was about 10, I'd say, and then it's got the shelf life on it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's pretty cute. And then we've got another one that looks like a cabin, and we've strung some lights up inside of it and put some flower pots on the outside. But we've had some boys that have done it, who have done dinosaurs or shark theme with it and done surfboards and things like that. So that's pretty cute. We've got another one that has a fishing pole on it, and
Oh, cute.
we've hung like a lantern on it, so it's a real cabin theme. Yeah.
Sounds like you've got quite a bit that you can choose from.
We do of the themed ones, and then just the bunks as well. The kids just love to be able, honestly, to climb.
Yeah, that's
up and
kids.
down the
That's
stairs
kids.
and the ladders.
Yeah, exactly. So do you have any type of outdoor furniture? Do you provide that as well?
No,
or just indoor?
Just indoor.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
stick indoor. I want to come over there and see what you've got, because it sounds so inviting for kids. Well, you know, we all have a little child in us, right?
Yes.
And I bet the parents get just as excited.
The moms want some of the beds for themselves. Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm so not surprised. So you've been a member with the Chamber for a good while, and the interaction is clearly very successful for you, and your business is really going well. And I'm glad to hear that there's a place where we can go and let the kids come with you. You know, they're welcome to try out the mattresses, the furniture,
Yes.
everything, so that when you place your order, all you have to do is set it up for delivery and setup, if that's what you choose to do. So they can set that up for you. I want to thank Tarah Dalbey with Kids Furniture Warehouse, and I want to thank you for joining us so that we can raise the awareness of what's happening in the neighborhood and bring the Kids Warehouse to you until you can get to the store. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Tarah.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville-Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, and we are here on location at the Tampa Bay Brewing Company. And I tell you, you have to come down here to this place. It's awesome. Well, I almost got carried away during our break about our next guest because I am an organic massage junkie. I just confessed that on worldwide TV, and I just have really connected here with Adelia Bennett, who has Heavy Mellow. This is your business, your own personal business for massage, and I connected you immediately with the whole energy thing, and I want you to tell our viewers what makes your massage different. Besides the fact that, guess what? Have you ever had a massage? You go get your massage, you leave, and then you end up in heavy traffic and you're all tensed up again. You're ready for another massage, right? She comes to you, right?
Yes, I do. And I save you time and the effort and stress. It's a huge convenience for me to come to your office or your home and bring my services to you. I bring everything, the table, music, organic products, and you don't have to worry about anything. I come set up and I take everything down like I was never even there. And my technique is also special. It's therapeutic wellness. It's deep tissue, but you're also going to feel better. You're going to be relaxed. It's heavy mellow. You're relaxed, but you're also going to feel better. I can help you with your ailments or your pains and help your body actually heal naturally.
This is really good. I've been, like I say, I've been a massage junkie for many, many years after several rear-end car accidents. I swear by massage, and the fact that you're using organics. There's so many of us, myself, my family included, that are getting into organics. Let's talk about that.
Sure, I'd love to.
And the absorption of non-organics versus organics and why you chose to do the organic methods.
Yes, that's the exact reason. It's very important to me what goes in my body, not just food, what goes on my skin, because your skin is your largest organ in your body, and it absorbs. You wouldn't think that it actually absorbs. Like, I mean, it makes sense to me because I know that it does, but the general public may not know that. And it does get absorbed into your skin, which gets absorbed into your bloodstream, your lymph. And if there's chemicals in those lotions, then you're absorbing that too. And it's important for me that I use organic products not just for the client, but also for me, because I'm using that all day.
Exactly.
And it's hypoallergenic. I care what goes on to my clients' skin and my own.
I love to hear that, because when you have somebody that truly cares 110%, it makes a big difference on the results and how you're going to feel afterwards. It's a lifelong education, learning how to take care of ourselves properly. And believe me, my mom used to say, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. But back in those days, we just followed the crowds.
Right.
But today, people are standing up and standing out and making the demands be known, because if you notice that there's more stores that are carrying more organics.
It's a movement.
It is a movement, and it's a wonderful movement.
I love
so
it.
give me an idea on maybe the creams, the I forget what the massage names are, but what you use, like a special slip so that it's easy glide and all of that.
Yes, it's Biotone is the brand that I use. It's hypoallergenic, organic, and it's actually a hybrid of a lotion and an oil. So they call it a gel, but it's not sticky.
Oh, okay.
So it's got the perfect consistency, so it does not leave you oily, but it also gives me that glide where just lotion is, I don't know, it's a perfect mix between the two.
It sounds like it. It definitely does. So let's talk about your different techniques.
Sure.
I love a deep massage. Always have. And I feel so amazing. I was just saying to her that when I hear I think my muscles, everything has experienced massage for so many years that all I have to do is like hear the word massage.
I know,
and
she was melting over here like 5 minutes ago.
Start to melt. But it's part of the process. Either you're going to follow this road and follow it well, or you're not. And when you do, I mean, I don't think people, men or women, take enough time for themselves.
I was just thinking that self-care is so important.
Yes.
It's really, really important.
Yes.
Self-care. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others? If you don't love yourself, how can you love others? So it's very important. So it's not just a luxury these days. It's essential part of your body and mind and your spirit, and
it is essential today. And for those of us that really get it, we get it.
Yes.
And then we use platforms like this to share with you. You're doing that in your practice.
Yes.
And to be able to have a mobile massage company to come to you, really, it does make such a big difference. I've never actually had that, but I have my massage table set up waiting for you. And because I do some different things with my husband as far as just like, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and with essential oils and all. And I love the fact that you're using the organics. That is so very, very big. Now, what would you like to share? What's one of your favorite? I think everything you do is your favorite thing because you're living your passion, right?
Yes, I am living my dream. I love I don't want to say job, but I love what I do.
It's not a job.
No, it doesn't feel like a job.
No. So you do the hot stones.
Oh yes, I forgot about
those.
Stones.
Oh, I'm not going to forget about that. Those are heavenly.
Yes, those are actually probably one of my top selling specialties. I use the hot stones, unlike what the public is used to, I think, where I use them as a tool. And I don't just set them on the body, on the back, and I actually use them, and I kind of rub out the stress and tension with this hot stone. It's amazing. So one of my clients said that it's like a magic eraser.
Oh, that's very good. I love that.
So the combination with the heat and the extra pressure of the stone, it melts away tension and stress, especially in the shoulders. I need to replicate myself so that I can get a massage by me.
By yourself.
It's not bad to say, but
that's
I really
a good
like
one.
my style.
Oh, that's one.
It seems to be effective.
And what do you do to heat the stones? What are they heated up in?
Oh, they're in this little clamshell.
Yeah.
That is just plugged into the wall. It's got stainless steel on both sides, and they are river rocks, and they just heat up to the right temperature.
Wow.
Just use that, and they get sanitized after every one.
That's
massage.
That's
pretty amazing.
That's super like being one with nature. I mean, you're getting these. Oh, I'm already. You're gonna have to finish the show. I'm already relaxing just thinking about all this. That's exciting. How long have you been doing this?
I've actually been a massage therapist for 19 years.
Oh, you kind of know what you're doing then.
I think so. I hope so.
Very good.
I feel like I do.
Very good. We were talking about the neuromuscular.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I've had a lot of those, and they really do help. If someone comes to you and maybe it's a little bit too harsh, you back off.
Absolutely. Yes. It's definitely a communication between the client and the therapist. It has to be. Or if they don't tell me what they like or they don't like during the massage, if there's not any kind of feedback, and then they leave, unsatisfied, I would not like that. So I don't think that's ever happened. For the most part, they communicate with me during the massage, and then they let me know if it's too much, too little. I can totally adjust the pressure, and that's what's important. It's making the client feel safe, feel comfortable, and relaxed.
Yeah, because there are some people out there, they're a little hesitant to have a massage because maybe they've had not quite a successful experience, or maybe have been hurt.
True.
By a massage therapist. And I'm not saying that happens all the time, but it can happen. And I did have one done, and it was covered by insurance after a car accident. And it was on my neck, which was where my injury was. And it wasn't a female, so you can imagine the pressure right in my neck. And I thought, something isn't right with this. So I didn't go back to that one. But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
You learn who to go to and
Kind of
who-
like a hairdresser.
Oh boy, isn't that the truth?
You really have to find who fits with you.
Exactly. So you've been doing this for 19 years. What made you go into massage therapy? Did you just fall in love with your first massage?
Kind of.
Yeah?
I did. I've always been into alternative medicine since my teens. Just because my father, he had cirrhosis, so we lost him at an early age.
Sorry.
That's okay. And it just kind of pushed me into alternative medicine. I inherited his alternative medicine books, and it's been very important what goes in my body and taking care of myself. I go to the gym probably 5 days a week. So it's important to me.
Good for you. You're somebody that walks your walk and walks
I try
your talk.
to.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference when you're going to go to someone and you're going to literally put your body on the table for someone, and you're going to exchange energies, because we are energy.
Yes.
And you want that person to be who they say they are.
Yes.
And now you also said that you have 3 children.
I do.
Did you say
girls.
three daughters?
3 daughters.
Lucky you. Lucky them. How old are they?
They are almost 15 next month, and then 7 and 5. Nadia, Natalia, and Nixie. I love them dearly.
Oh, how precious. Now, do they kind of follow in your footsteps?
Yes, Natalia's my middle child, and she is, I think she has the gift for sure. But the other ones love to receive massage and love to give massage too. So it's a whole family thing. I have the table out and I just give them massage. It's good for them. I don't have to take them to the doctor as much. I feel I go to the massage, give the massage, I take them to the chiropractor, and I just feel that I'm a little bit more conservative when it comes to treatments.
That's wonderful. That's
Western society.
You're leading by example. I love this, and when you can, I'm excited about this for you, and I'm excited as well because I'm going to be calling you after the show.
I'm excited too.
So get a hold of Adelia. Heavy Mellow. Talk about balance. Little light, little heavy. It's all for you. We'll be right back after this. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville-Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Guess what? Today, we are on location at the Tampa Bay Brewing Company, and with my 2 guests. I'm so excited because we are part of the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We are on location here, and I tell you, I am so impressed. I told the owner, John, I just want to live here because it just feels so good being here, and I don't even drink beer. But we also have Mike as well, Mike Kuhn, who is the GM, and you talk about having an eye for detail and a perfectionist. You should have seen him out here helping us set up and all of that. So welcome to My Chamber TV.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
It's an honor. Thank you, Barbara.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Retired Colonel, Army Colonel, this is wonderful. And so you decided to go, what made you decide to go into the brewing company?
Well, when I was still in the military, we were visiting the UK, and I noticed that they had a kit for making beer.
Really?
And so I bought it, threw it in my bag, and brewed some beer back in the States. And my first batch was not good.
Oh, really? Well, what happened? Do I dare ask?
Well, it was the water, so the second batch improved greatly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good because I'm glad you had a positive experience because look at this place now. So fast forward to this facility and the massive amount of just everything that you have here, right down to the brew. It's right here. It's all right
Yes.
here.
We actually started by throwing credit cards at the table, and we opened up a homebrew supply store in Tampa, and my oldest son, John, he had punched out of the military. He was with the 1st Ranger Battalion, and
Wow.
he did the research to find all the brewing equipment, and we started the first brewery in Ybor City in a historical building there.
Oh, nice.
It was where Teddy Roosevelt housed his horses during the Spanish-American War.
Wow.
And so we got the first SBA loan in America for a brewery restaurant. It was a $719,000 loan that we paid back in less than 10 years. And we built $1 million business, and it was an instant success.
That's exciting. So you started with the restaurant first.
No,
The whole
it was
thing.
a brew pub.
Okay,
So
got it.
It was a brewery restaurant.
Okay, very good.
And we we won our liquor license in the lottery.
you really?
Really.
Uh-huh.
A couple of years into business, we had to have 51% food because there was a special accommodation for businesses like ours, family businesses, small business. And then we applied in the lottery, and I won the first liquor license.
How about that?
So that
That's-
was perfect.
So how long have you had?
We're in our 25th year.
25th year. Wow.
We were founded in July of 95.
Very nice. Mike, I was talking to you before the show and your position here. How long have you been here?
I've been with the company for a little over 7 months now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And so what is your position here? Keeping everything under control?
Yeah, holding down the fort up here. No, it's just kind of helping everyone out where they're needed. I come from a beer background, so definitely help the employees and the guests have a good experience with the beer, and helping out with everyone in the back of the house, front of the house, just wherever I'm needed, that's where I go. I'm a utility man.
That sounds like a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
and
it
working
is.
with people and parties and food. I
Yeah.
mean, people are getting back more and more to that, don't you think?
It is.
Absolutely. Actually, Boston has requested our beer, and we sell a ton of beer in Boston. And every place in Florida, it's in all the Publix, all the ABC Liquor, Total Wine, everywhere in Florida.
That's what Mike was telling me. And he was also sharing, because I don't know the ins and outs of beer. I'm learning. And he was talking about hop forward. Can you explain that? Hop forward.
Yeah, it's just hops are what they use to give the bitterness in beer, and IPAs and pale ales are the most popular beer right now. So we put a really emphasis on the hops that we use, the beers that we come out with. So the hop forward is really one of our focuses, and then the fruited sours that we come out with as well.
Fruited sours in beer. I've never tasted anything like that.
Well, the judges like our beer.
Yeah.
We won a medal at the Great American Beer Fest.
Really?
We win, well, you could see all our medals on display downtown.
Oh my goodness.
We've got a whole wall of medals.
Wow.
For
Congrats.
all the beer competitions that we've won.
Oh, how fun.
So, and we've entered several beers into Great American Beer Fest this year.
Very good. So I'm going to ask both of you this question and just jump right in. So somebody that maybe drinks wine as opposed to beer, but they, would like to learn a little bit more, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get started? How do I know what I want to look at these testers here. Can you guys see this?
Well,
You can order this? I come in, I
yes,
can order this?
Yes. And
Wow.
what you do is you could either narrow it down to just a few beers and say, hey,
Right.
could I try this, this, and this?
Uh-huh.
And you get a small taster at no cost.
Uh-huh. That's not a small taster? Oh, I guess no.
No,
it's not.
and then or you could order a flight like this,
Uh-huh,
and
a
it's 4
flight.
ounces,
Oh,
and and then you could determine, like you would order. We have 24 beers on draft, so you could order, 4, 5, 6, as many as you want,
Uh-huh.
and try them, and then say,
See what you like.
yeah, see what you like. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, there's just so many flavors. Is that the right word I'm supposed
Well,
to
beer
say?
actually, the Brewers Association recognizes 152 beer styles this year.
Beer styles.
Yeah, so some are ales and some are lagers, but
Ah.
combined it's 152 beer styles, individual beer styles.
Uh-huh.
And then when we enter beers in the Great American Beer Fest, they're entered into that style, and they compete with other beers
That's
in
really
that style.
That's really interesting. The other thing is you were starting to brag on your food here too, and I said, "Wait, save this for when we talk to you guys out there." And you were talking about the steaks and
Yes, our steaks come from Grand Western,
Uh-huh.
which is the best steaks in America.
right.
Your top tier, one of the top tier restaurants here serves the same. Of course, ours is half price than they charge.
Oh, we like that. That's even better.
Yeah.
The cod, for instance, in our fish and chips, comes from Iceland. Their entire catch goes fresh to Europe, and we have an allocation because we've been buying for so long.
Uh-huh.
So they reserve an allocation for us, and so our quality here is 2 or 3 qualities higher than anywhere else in America.
Wow, cod is one of my favorites when it comes to a sandwich or
Fish and chips.
Yeah, the fish and chips. That's awesome. And they have your little starter appetizers, burgers. I bet the burgers are ooh la la.
Oh,
They are.
Right?
they're just beautiful.
What's your favorite?
I like the Brewer's Choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's the badass burger.
Oh, that spells it out there. And you have one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, which is calzone, pizzas, ooh, and curry Thai, curry chicken, wild mushroom pie.
Mhm.
I need to
Yep.
live here so I can try everything. Oh my goodness.
And-
Soups and salads?
And we match the beer for the entree.
Like what?
Well, in other words, one of the entrees it usually states in there
Uh-huh.
what the best beer would accompany it,
Oh.
and most of our food has beer in it. It's cooked with beer.
Oh gosh. I can't handle this. This is way too much early in the morning. This is so good. How much time do we have here, guys? We've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Is that time for me to do a little quick testing?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Now you handed me this little card,
Mhm.
so I'm assuming that
So
you
it
hand
starts
this
from
card.
left to right.
Okay, from left to right. Can you
Yeah.
guys see this? So left to right, a lime beer, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
so Double Coast Lime. It's off of our Double Coast Lager, and it just really embodies the Florida lifestyle. I mean, who doesn't want to drink a
Cheers.
beer with
Cheers.
natural lime zest in it
Oh,
at a
yeah.
pool or on the boat or on the beach?
Okay, here goes.
Wow, you can smell that lime.
Very light, refreshing. You get that
Oh.
little lime zest right at the
There's
end.
just a little tiny
Mhm.
bitterness, not a
Yeah.
lot.
Yep, that's from the lager beer.
Oh, that's lovely. Look at these cute little wee toty glasses, but there's a lot in them. I better set that one down if I'm
Mhm.
going to try another one. And now
So
the
number
next one.
2, this is a seasonal beer that's out right now. This is our Gourd's Gone Wild. It is
Uh-huh.
a
What's
pumpkin
this
beer.
one?
Oh, there you go. Oh, this smells
Yeah.
desserty.
So you're gonna get it's a kind of like a full-bodied kind of taste explosion is what we tell people. You're gonna get like flavors of nutmeg, clove, vanilla, just everything that you use to make a pumpkin pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers again. Oh my goodness.
Cheers.
It smells delightful. It smells
Mhm.
almost like a pie.
yeah.
Or,
Wow.
you know what? Who knew? Rob, you would like this. You would like this.
Yeah.
Seriously. This is yummy. Oh, that's delightful. Gosh, I don't think I can say no here.
This next one is probably one of the, if not the most popular
Okay.
seasonal beer worldwide. It's Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you do a lot of that next month,
Yes.
huh?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
this is a Martzen beer style, and it is the absolute best one I've tasted in the world.
Oh, yum.
It is.
Well, cheers again,
Cheers.
guys.
All the
Cheers,
best.
cheers, cheers, all year long. Ooh.
Light, malty,
I like
refreshing.
this.
Yeah. Some people
Yeah.
even get hints of kind of pretzel in it.
Oh, since you mentioned that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's not quite salty, but it does have
Yeah.
that little flavor. Ooh,
Mhm.
I like this one.
do,
Mm.
you see how
Mm.
great it is to try the different
I
flavors?
do. I
Yeah.
do. This is so great. And and then the
And then
last,
the last one, this is our most popular beer, our staple product, our Reef Donkey.
Reef Donkey.
Yes.
How do you
That's
come
a-
up with these names?
That's a slang term for an amberjack.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We were out at the bait house, and my fourth son, who designed this beer and is the founder of the Tampa Bay Brewing Company. We're discussing what the name of a beer should be, and the owner said, well, what about a reef donkey? And we said, what's a reef donkey? And he said, well, it's an amberjack, a slang term for an amberjack.
I love it.
A Florida beer.
Cheers again, guys. Oh, boy. Oh, that's different. Is there grapefruit in that or something?
So it's the hops in the beer. It's a
Oh,
dry
okay.
hopped American Pale Ale.
Okay.
We were David designed that beer. And
It's different.
I believe we're the first brewery to popularize Citra hops. And then all of a sudden, once we won a medal, the Great American Beer Fest, everyone went to Citra hop around the world.
No kidding.
So then the price of the hops went way up.
So you started a trend.
started a trend.
You started it.
David
I love
started
it.
it.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. This is great. You guys got to come down here, really, and give our exact address. Would you mind?
Yes, sure. What's the exact address? We're across the street from the Oldsmar Flea Market.
There you go.
Right on Racetrack Road.
There you go. You can't miss it. This
Can't
is such
miss
a
it.
great place. You've been a member of the chamber for how long?
About 4 years.
4
We
years.
founded this place. We built it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Nice. Very nice. Nice engagement, obviously. I'm sure you have a lot of events going on as well.
Oh, yes, we do.
Good.
We have on November 9th, we have our annual beer fest, which people from all over the world will come here.
Oh, I believe that. I believe
They'll
it.
bring their beer.
Yeah.
And we were brewing the beer from Brewski, the most prominent brew pub in Europe. They're in Sweden. And all over, several European beers will be here, all across America. All the people in Florida will be here. All the breweries, the craft breweries in Florida will be here.
That's a big event.
It's a huge event. It's going to be right here on our property.
Awesome. I could talk to you all day, but we are running out of time. Thank you, guys.
It's so nice meeting you,
Nice to
Barbara.
meet
Thank
you. Thanks
Thank you.
for
Thanks for
joining
coming
us
in.
on My Chamber TV. And stick around. We'll be back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. It is the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville-Kelly, and I'm very excited to be actually offering amazing information right here at the Tampa Bay Brewing Company for the Tampa Bay, Upper Tampa Bay.
Upper Tampa Bay.
Can we just not do that? It's early in the morning, and I've been doing this taste testing
Well,
here.
but it's
What can I
okay.
say?
This is the way we have fun.
I know, but this early in the day, okay. Do you want me to continue on here in this segment? You do?
Yeah,
He
there you
does.
go. Why
It's very organic. Anyway,
not? Exactly.
Jerry Custin is our Director of Business, Manufacturing, and Education.
Yep.
I just said to you, you're never going to retire, right?
Well, it's John Doble and I are buddies. We both come
You
from the same
are.
generation.
You
and you
are.
know, you got to keep working.
John is great.
Oh, he made good, you know.
Yeah, he did. And thank you, both of you, for your services.
Oh, yeah.
It's so exciting to hear. You've been with the Chamber for how long?
Probably about 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
18 years. You
Yeah.
talk about dedication. Jerry, I want you to just share with our viewers, Director of Business, Manufacturing, and Education. That's a lot. That's a lot right
It keeps
there.
me busy.
It does keep you
Yeah.
busy.
Keeps me busy.
So,
It's a lot of fun.
So let's start with, which do you want to start with? Manufacturing? Because I know you're really big on manufacturing too.
do business. Business is stuff like this. You know,
Mhm.
we're bringing business partners together, and like I tell everyone, and particularly Adelia, our heavy Mellow, I said, you know what the chamber's all about? Because she's relatively new to the chamber. I
Yeah.
says one word. He says, what is it? I said, relationships.
Yeah.
Everything we do is about building relationships for business,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's business to government, business to community, however you want to look at it. It's all built on building those relationships, but they have to be based on trust and integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you lose that trust and integrity, everything else you do goes to smoke.
You know, that is so true, and I'm glad that you touched on that. Everybody in the chamber takes this chamber membership seriously.
Absolutely.
Not that you don't have fun,
Right.
but you take it very seriously. And for every member, every business owner, everyone is an individual, and you all do engage with one
Right.
another.
Well, like you say, it's all about fun. Okay,
I know.
but that and beer builds relationships, so you can't
It
get away with
does.
that.
It does.
But,
It does. And
but that's what that's about. So
and I'm glad that you said that, because our gal that came on, the massage therapist,
Right.
she was amazing too, and you could just feel her heart for the community, even though she's a fairly new member.
absolutely,
I know she's engaging,
exactly.
and she's helping making people feel better,
She is.
right?
Every Friday now. We used to do it every other Friday, but in the morning we do a thing called Relationship Builders. But that's got so popular where we're getting over 50 people. That's over 10% of our membership at 7:30 on Friday morning.
Where's that held?
Aston Gardens, just right up on Limebell Road.
Okay.
And then what we did this year was added the Relationship Builders at lunch the other Friday. So now every Friday we have a Relationship Builder. One time in the morning, one time in the afternoon. The lunches we move around.
Nice, very
So,
nice. So
yeah.
anybody can come.
Anybody can come.
They can come, see what you guys are all about. You know,
Well-
that's a lot of people to get there at 7:30 in the morning.
It is, and everybody gets to give their 1-minute elevator speech, and then what we do is we pick two a week to get their. I mean, every other week to get their 10-minute little extra thing to do. So everybody there is to help each other build relationships.
And
That's
it
the
happens.
purpose.
It
does.
happens. And we've been interviewing the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber for, how long has it been now? It's been a good few
A
years.
good 3 years, yeah.
And we are members. The Tampa Bay
absolutely.
Multimedia is a
Absolutely.
member. And we're excited. I never realized the involvement in the community until we started doing these interviews on My
Oh,
Chamber TV.
We're involved in another aspect of that is manufacturing,
Yes,
because a lot of chambers don't do manufacturing.
that's right.
Because manufacturers don't tend to be as social as Mary Kay. You know,
Okay.
let's just say that way. You know?
Yeah.
And it also brings in the other thing that Bo Galvin brought up during the initial segment, is we're the only chamber in the area that has a separate committee for. We have two of them really. Actually, we have one committee for nonprofits. We started out a couple of years ago with 3 nonprofits in that. We now have 32 nonprofits.
Really?
Yeah, local ones like Oldsmar Cares, regional ones like RCS Pinellas, large ones like American Heart Society, and the Kiwanis. I mean, and the Rotary and the Kiwanis, but they have local levels of that. So we bring them all together once in a quarter, and we'll pick a topic to provide some type of education or training in to help bring them together. And like Bo said, our talking about events, our annual golf tournament Friday will benefit the Oldsmar East Lake Rotary Club.
Very nice.
So
And that
we
was
do
our
all that
first
stuff.
guest.
Yeah.
We
Bo
had,
Galvin.
yes, we did.
Yeah,
And he was really a great guest
Right.
talking. You can tell he's clearly passionate
Right.
about the Rotary.
and then going back to manufacturing, we got a couple things we're there in, and one thing I'd like to encourage everybody to consider is on October 3rd, we're having our 7th annual manufacturing dinner.
Oh,
And the theme of that this year will be developing your talent pipeline, because a lot of manufacturers and other businesses, hospitality, for instance, healthcare, has difficulty getting people into the workforce and have a high turnover rate. So we're on a special project now with the Tampa Bay Partnership that's employing a national model of talent pipeline development that's worked in 26 states. This region is the only one in Florida, so this is unique to Florida.
oh,
And
nice.
so that's going to be our theme. And we've got the Chancellor of Innovation from the Florida Department of Education as our speaker.
Wow.
And of course, if we're going to change things around, innovation is going to be necessary.
Sure.
And so that'll be good. That'll be held in Nielsen, Thursday, October the 3rd. Anybody is welcome to attend that. We're also going to do our first manufacturing expo with that, with the Bay Area Manufacturers Association. And we're also adding a job fair to that with Career Source Pinellas and Tampa Bay.
Well, that's a perfect fit.
So it's a perfect fit. And
Yeah.
that'll be Thursday, October the 3rd.
Nice.
So we have that. The other big event, the education thing we have is, I think it was 2006, we formed an education foundation. And what we do with that, we've been giving away, we have an endowment that we use to pay that. We have scholarships that we give to 4 local high schools. We added a 5th this year. So we give away $10,000 in scholarships a year. And then at the elementary school level, we do something called a STAR grant, which is $500-600 each year. We just give away that money to 13 area elementary schools. We've been able to get a couple sponsors for that, so we're going to up the number of that and add middle schools. And at the beginning of the school year, we just go out and provide a check for whatever those schools need. As we know, a lot of times the teachers are buying their own supplies and things of that nature.
Sure.
So we give it to the school to use it for what they want.
Oh, that's wonderful.
The best story we had on that was a year or two ago where one of our elementary schools had gotten, I think, a dozen new computers to do STEM elementary school, first and second grade STEM.
Yes.
But what happened was the district didn't give a charging station for all the computers. And we came in with a $600 check, and they had been pricing charging stations. You know what the charging station was?
Yeah.
$579.
Oh my goodness.
So we came in with a $600 check and bought them the charging station.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's so nice to see you guys beam with joy when you're
Yeah.
able to do that and giving
I mean,
back
that's
in
what
the
it's all
community.
about.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
all
really
about
is.
It's all about serving the community and doing that with
Yeah.
integrity.
Yeah, exactly.
But John, talking about that's a humble guy. We're sitting here with the beer in front of us. And I asked John, because he was going through the quality of his beers, I asked him if he follows something called the Reinheitsgebot. You know what the Reinheit, this is true.
Okay.
The Rhine is the Rhine River, okay?
Yeah.
So this was, I think, one of the German kings in the 18th century.
Yeah.
They came up with a standard for German beer quality. Can only have 4 ingredients: water, barley, hops, and yeast. Okay, and that's all you can have in it.
Really?
And that's the Reinheitsgebot. And everything has to be of a certain quality. Now you can get different grades of hops and yeast and stuff, and so we have that. But a reason I mention that is these are all, I'm pretty sure, all barley-based beers. Well, it can't be with the gourd beer, so that one doesn't follow Reinheitsgebot.
That's interesting. And they're wrapping us up here, my friend.
Yeah.
I could sit and talk to you
Yeah.
all day. Thank you for that story.
Yeah, but Oktoberfest, we're doing wheat beer.
Ooh, nice. Well, we have to be there, and we're going to be talking about that next month. So stick around, and we're going to go ahead and see you the next time for the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for joining us, Barbara Marville and Jerry Custin. And that's a wrap.
Thank you.